Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I am the president of the Mortgage Calculator. I'd like to thank you for joining us today. We have our co-hosts, Kyle Hershey, our COO, and Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager with 27 years of experience. We're going to go through a little bit about what makes us different as a non-delegated correspondent lender and basically how all of our software works. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what makes us special and unique. I'll go through kind of the bullet points here. And then Kyle will show you exactly how the software works, do a little demo on the back end. And then Jose will talk about bringing it all together in a more traditional sense and what the training and actual structuring of the loans looks like. So let me get into my presentation here and we'll get started. Now, most of you joining the call today, hopefully have checked out the website and some of the information here. So I'd like to just take the time to kind of go through line by line and just explain what we mean here. So as we mentioned, we are all about our software, which is all about leads. So unlimited free leads, training, which Jose is going to go over, and we put it all together with our own software that we've built from the ground up. So what makes us different? We are a non-delegated correspondent that has basically built all our own tools to allow you guys to scale your business instantly. So a lot of other, broker and lender shops out there have some different systems, but we've built everything that you're about to see that Kyle will show you here in a second for us, by us, for exactly our business model. So we are all about leads and we have a ton of outlets for those leads. So we have over 100 different lenders and investors because we're non-delegated. And that's one reason why we love the non-delegated model. We can basically wear both hats. We have over 4,500 loan programs where we're the lender with 32 correspondent investors. And if we have a lead, for example, that doesn't have a place or a program with these 32 correspondent investors, then we have over 70 wholesale lenders where we can then broker that deal. So we've built this model under all the different models. We've been at FDIC Bank. We've done brokerage, we've done non-del and del, and we find that non-del is the best because we can really wear both hats. It's very important for us to, obviously, as we're getting leads at scale and building those leads into your guys' system, we're going to get crazy requests. So we want to be able to basically place any of those loans, any of those requests, no matter how off the wall or outside the box those requests may be. So very important to us through all those different models is to have flexibility. And that's really what non-delegated correspondent is all about. Now, how do we push that all through? Again, it's all about our software. So our software is what you guys would consider a traditional POS, CRM, LOS all together. Many other companies have, resources and tools, but not many other companies have built their own system start to finish like we have for us, by us. So we do that all through APIs though. So one login for you, one login for your customer. However, it's still all the same tools you guys are used to and all the same providers that we're all used to as loan officers, right? We still use Encompass as the base, but we don't actually have to log into the Encompass platform. That just powers all of our website and whatnot that Kyle will show you here in a second. We have account check for VOE. We have work number as well, but account check's way cooler, more new age, VOE, VOI, VOA, all that great stuff. We have credit through Meridian Link API, all the stuff you guys are used to, Optimal Blue for pricing, all the kind of cool stuff plugs in via an API. So every different tool and service that we use, even if it's a third party, we integrate that all with our API. So none of our customers or any of our teammates have to go to another website really to log in. It's all in one spot. Just click a button and it does whatever we need it to do. Now, we still have in-person trainings, but since we're all remote, it's a little bit different. So we have remote and live trainings. You can attend classes anytime in a remote training center. We have our, classroom style virtual classroom. It's all remote based, but we also have our live classes and our live support. So we have our live Zoom support that can get in there and take over your screen, click things for you, show you what to click, etc. from 10 to 6, basically 5 days a week. So we want to make sure that even though we don't have an office, we still have that remote live support office where you can just pop in there anytime and get unstuck. Now, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's kind of under different categories. So these are kind of the bonus things that we want to go over. Make sure you guys understand as well. One thing I really love personally are our investor clients. So we love to do our DSCR, business purpose loans. Most of you guys probably know what those are. in over 30 states without a license. So we have our lawyers that have allowed us to expand our pipeline without licensing, just like a lot of companies right now. And then also we obviously have 22 states where we're licensed. So we pretty much cover all the states when we're looking at a business purpose DSCR loan. As we talked about before, we're all about leads. What you'll see here in a minute is the splits on those. It's a 50-50 split. We try to keep it simple. So we'll talk about the comp here in a second. We are all about leads as well, not only giving you guys leads at a 50-50 split, but setting up your own leads. So we route the leads for you. If you already got your own campaigns going, great. We'll show you how to pop those in the system. Or if you need to set up your own campaigns, Kyle will show you guys exactly how you just click a couple buttons and we'll set you up with leads that are already approved and rocking and rolling. We have our daily live trainings. Just like this, we're doing our group trainings here. We do 5 days a week, basically. You guys can also catch our live trainings on YouTube as well. We do daily rates live, all kinds of different trainings, program trainings, in-depth trainings. And then obviously we have our trainings for when you're coming on board, which Kyle does for quoting, Jose does for loan setup, all that kind of great stuff. So tons of daily live trainings you guys can tune into. And we also have our team leader support call. So anytime you're actually stuck on an actual loan, like an application, right? You want to be able to get for some FaceTime with your team leader. Even Jose can help you structure them as well as a sales manager. But usually you're going to meet with your team leader, structure that file up, get it all ready to go. And then that'll be off and running for disclosures. So not only do we have our daily trainings and our live support, but we have our knowledge center with all of our partners. So that's where our partners come in. We have over 100 different, lender partners or correspondent investor partners. They all have their own videos and their own guides and their own matrices and all their own tips. And obviously we posted all our stuff as well. So there's thousands of articles in our knowledge center where you can just type in any search and basically search any process or procedure or lender information that you might need. We also have our CRM with a dialer. Everyone asks exactly what the CRM is. CRM's, Kyle will show you. It's, the same as any other CRM, basically, with the dialer. So nothing really new there, but really where it comes in is when it's all part of the same system, right? So Kyle will show you guys exactly how that works. Obviously, we have that, which is included in every CRM. Now, where it starts to become customized is where that CRM, POS, LOS takes a customer from your website. Everybody gets a website that's included in this. From a customer doing a name, email, phone number, all the way through the 1003, gathering all their information, all the way through the CIC Meridian link API, doing the credit check without anybody touching anything. The VOE, VOI from account check can get done without checking anything. And the file is in Encompass with credit pulled, credit integrated, already ready to go in Encompass, already without anybody touching anything. So in seconds, a customer can just go from name, email, phone number to a complete loan application already originated in your system. You just need to click a couple buttons and run some DU, right? And set that file up. So basically everything operates all start to finish through the system, one login, as we said before. And the final thing here that we always want to touch on is no monthly fees, no test fees, no desk fees, no hidden fees. Nothing you see has any fees of any kind. What you see is what you get. We've built all this system for you guys. We don't believe in charging you guys for any of these things that we've built. We want to make sure you guys use these systems. And there are no hidden fees of any kind. So now that we've said that, let's go into the compensation. If you guys miss the video or you guys have to hop off or anything, we'll put a replay of the video here. You can watch that anytime. Obviously, that'll go through all the details here. Now for our compensation plans, let me get them all on the screen. These comp plans are, again, for our company. It's different than most companies out there. So hopefully you guys can pay attention here and just understand the little bit of subtle differences that we have, since we are unique and are different than most other companies out there. So we'll obviously start on the left. Our senior loan officer plan is obviously the goal here, to get everybody to a senior loan officer, the highest comp. That's what everybody wants. So we'll start over here. The commission here is going to be 200 basis points and even more once you start growing there. 200 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 2% commission for those of you that may not be familiar. Now, our senior loan officers obviously going to have access to everything, all the software, all the systems, all of the unlimited company leads of every different type they could ever want at a 50-50 split. And most importantly, they're going to receive leads, but really these are referrals, right? When they're coming from our other teammates, our loan officer assistants. So anytime a loan officer is not licensed in the state or can't do the loan, maybe it's their spouse, any sort of conflict of interest or where they're not licensed, they can always refer the loan to another senior loan officer who will do the loan, and they can still make 75 basis points commission on that. So our senior loan officers get leads every day that are not only leads of customers, but actually referrals from other teammates. So these are the best leads you could get. They're really more of referrals. And of course, as I mentioned, 200 basis points is not the cap there. You can keep growing into a team leader and eventually into a branch manager and whatnot. So you can still grow from the 200 basis points there. And everybody can get recruiting bonuses, which is the last bullet on all of these. So if you bring other people to the team, obviously you can participate in some recruiting bonuses. Now, the fine print here, how do you get to senior loan officer? We want to make sure everybody closes 6 loans at least. Our loans are different, right? Some days you might do a broker loan, some days you might do a correspondent loan. So we want to make sure that you guys understand all the differences, do a couple loans with the system and figure it out. So we want to make sure everybody closes 6 loans. Hopefully they try some different types of loans, something new, hopefully for you guys out there, where maybe non-QM is new, or maybe a fix and flip is new, maybe brokering is new, maybe being a lender is new. We want to make sure you guys try whatever's new, get used to it, and you're rocking and rolling, ready to disclose a file no matter which direction it's coming from or which channel it's coming from. Now, remember, our company leads are at a 50-50 split, so they're going to have access to any leads. And anytime a senior loan officer takes a company lead, whether it's a referral from another teammate, whether it's a company lead from Kyle's going to show you all the different sources, they're going to make 50%. So 100 basis points or 1% commission on conventional non-QM, the stuff we're all used to. So that's how these senior loan officers make their compensation. Now, how do you get to a senior loan officer? Everybody still starts as a loan officer. We're going to team you up with a team leader, branch manager, and obviously Jose as the sales manager to help you get those first 6 loans done. So everybody's going to start as a loan officer. We're going to make sure you still make great commission, 150 basis points commission on those first 6 deals with a few people helping you out as well. And that's going to be, again, 150 basis points on your conventional non-QM stuff that we're all used to. That's 1.5% commission for those of you who may not be familiar. Our loan officers, regular loan officers, still have access to the systems, everything you're about to see, still have access to all our company leads, and still have access to the leads at a 50-50 split. So remember, 50% of 150 basis points would be 75 basis points or 0.75%. So we're happy to feed you guys leads, get those first 6 loans under your belt, and you'll still make a great commission on those as well. You can also bring people into the company and make recruiting bonuses. And the fine print here is we want to make sure if you're going to be a loan officer full-time, jumping in, being a full loan officer, you're doing at least 1 loan a month. Obviously, you're going to need that to survive as well anyway. So we want to make sure that you're graduating to a senior loan officer within at least the first 6 months so that you're off to the races and disclosing your own files. Now, if for any reason you're not able to close 1 loan a month, maybe you're not ready to sign the loan application, maybe you're still learning, maybe you're brand new, maybe you have a full-time job, maybe you're a realtor and this is just to supplement your income. If there's any reason where you're not quite going to be a full-time loan officer yet, no problem. We have the junior loan officer plan for you. You're still going to make great commission, 75 basis points. And that's going to be, instead of originating the loan, even though you're licensed, right? This is still for licensed people. Maybe they're newly licensed, or maybe they're just supplementing their income. You're going to refer that deal to a senior loan officer that knows exactly what to do, exactly what button to press, exactly how to do the loan, and use all of the different outlets that we have. And you're still going to make 75 basis points and work with that client. So it's going to be your friend, your family member, maybe you're a realtor and it's your client, and you're just wanting to make sure you have both sides of the deal under control. You're still going to make great commission, 75 basis points for helping that senior loan officer close the deal, right? You're still going to make all the phone calls to the customer. You're still going to help gather documents, but you're not signing the 1003 and being legally responsible for that loan. The senior loan officer will do all the heavy lifting. You'll do the face-to-face work. So this is a great plan for people that are just getting into it, maybe getting into it part-time and considering upgrading to loan officer. Anytime you can upgrade to there when you're ready to jump in full-time. So you'll still have access to all our systems as a junior loan officer, still have access to the company leads. Kyle will show you the company leads that you can access there, not all the leads, but most of the leads. And you obviously are there to refer the leads to the senior loan officers and help work hand in hand and learn, right? You're still going to be involved with the customer communication. You're going to see the emails from the senior loan officer. You're going to help gather documents for the senior loan officer. You're going to see all the back-end processes with the senior loan officer and learn the loan process start to finish, so then you can upgrade to loan officer yourself. Now, this is also where there's no minimum production requirements. Obviously, we understand if you're new or part-time or just trying to get your license in action and you want to learn, you obviously might take some time to learn. So this is where there's no minimum production requirements. If you're part-time at all, this would be the plan for you. If you're ready to go full-time, go ahead and sign up as a loan officer. So hopefully that explains the plans. Again, we're a little bit different than most companies. If you have any questions, feel free to drop into the Q&A. We'll definitely go through them. And at this point, Kyle can go ahead and take over and actually show you guys the software and exactly how it looks on the back end. So you ready there, Kyle?
Yes, I am. Let me go ahead and share my screen here and we will get into it. So of course, when you come on board, we will do a full training on this, but just want to highlight a few things. So this is our CRM. Of course, you send your emails and texts and all the communication stacks up here, and you can set reminders and put people on action plans, drip campaigns to automatically email them and text them from you, all that kind of good stuff, right? But what really starts to set us apart is our quoting system. So within 2 minutes, you can get 6 pieces of info from the client. Click one button to pull all the rates from Optimal Blue through our system for all our different investors. And you can kick your client out within 2 minutes a quote that looks like this, that has all of their rate choices here. They can scroll over these things and see what they mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically, the Zestimate automatically, the loan info, the monthly breakdown of the taxes and insurance, the estimated lender fees, and most importantly, you as the loan originator here. And you can also add the realtor to this quote. So your realtor partners absolutely love this because they know when they send you a client, not only can you quote them in minutes with this nice, pretty quote, but you're going to attach them to that quote and keep them in front of their client's face saying, hey, we are your team that's going to push this deal across the finish line. Where it gets even cooler here is that your client can click this button to start their application immediately. So let me show you what that looks like. That pops them right into their borrower portal that looks like this, where they start their loan application right here. They fill out their 1003 right in our system. They don't have to leave the page. We're going to request the basic documents we need for them to upload here. They can see their loan info. They can see the milestone of where their loan is at. They can communicate with you directly through here. So this is the borrower portal that they have set up for them instantly once they move forward on your quote. Now, let's go over what it looks like on your end here. Now, you can also help them fill out the 1003. You can also help them upload documents. But more importantly, you can request documents. Let's say you need 12 months bank statements in one click. Now you're asking them for 12 months bank statements. Let's say you need to change the whole entire document pack. Let's say you say, okay, you know what? This is actually going to be a DSCR loan. I'm going to replace these documents with that, save changes, and now we're just asking what we need for a DSCR loan, right? Now, you can also request signatures through here. So you can say, hey, I'm going to need a signature on this, and it's going to put it in your borrower portal for them to be able to sign. They don't have to leave the page. They just click one button to sign everything in our system with an official e-sign. Now, you can also request custom documents, right? If the underwriter wants something, you can say, hey, I need this, add it. And now we're going to be asking for that as well. Now, most importantly here, once your client fills out the 1003, they also give permission to pull credit. And once they're done with their 1003, then this 1003 is already put into Encompass and the credit is pulled and put into Encompass. We pay for the credit report up front, not your client and not you. So this is all instant. So then you can click the Encompass API here and it pulls up Encompass, but much faster than the server side one, right? Because this is the one on our system. Again, the 1003 info is already pulled in here instantly. The credit is already pulled in here instantly. So you see how we can take a loan from start to finish, from being a lead to then communicating with them, quoting them, collecting their application and pulling their credit, and actually originating the loan in Encompass, all here through one system and one login. Now, as you can see here with the click of a button, you can also order VOE, VOA, VOI. You can lock your loan, do COCs, cancel the loan. Everything is here right at your fingertips. Now, let's talk about where these leads actually come from here, right? So let's go ahead and pull up. I'm going to show you an actual example here of the leads that are coming in right now to our loan officer. So Nick and I own a marketing agency. That's actually what we did before we got into the mortgage business. And so we specialize in marketing, especially on Facebook, right? So I'm going to show you an example of when our Facebook leads come in, they are sent directly to our loan officers via text. So the instant a lead comes in from Facebook, you're going to get a text message from your phone. That's going to go to you and 4 other of our loan officers. The first one to click the link gets the lead, right? We never share leads. It's whoever clicks the link first. So you're going to have plenty of chances all day to claim these leads. So let me show you what it looks like. This is a real test account with actual leads that are coming in here today. So you'll see here, just today, I've got VA purchase leads coming in. I've got just general website leads coming in. I've got a referral. What does that mean? That means a junior loan officer has already spoken to this person and got the information they need for me to send a quote. Right? As you come down here, I've got foreign national leads coming in already today. And again, this is just since 9 a.m. today. I got short-term rental leads coming in. Look at this. This is a referral for a short-term rental lead. A junior loan officer has already called this person, figured out that they want to do a short-term rental and has referred the deal to me. I have Florida purchase leads coming in. I even have some trigger leads coming in. So you see here, all day I have leads coming in. This is just since 9 a.m. and this is just one test account here where I'm getting all of these emails. So that is the first and foremost way that we are going to provide you with leads. Another way that we provide you with leads is through our auto dialer here. So we have a full auto dialer. You can call 300-400 people in a day. You can press one button to drop an automated text and email to them. So you can just press a button and then press another button to move on to the next call and keep going through hundreds of people in a day. We provide a bunch of different leads here. We provide everything from regular purchase leads to trigger leads, to cold call leads, to realtor lists. You can call hundreds of realtors in a day. So we have leads in here in the auto dialer for you at all times. Another way that we provide a way to work leads through our system is our advertising tab here. So if you would like to do your own advertising campaign, we can manage that campaign for you. What does that mean? That means we take one of our Facebook campaigns that we've proven out that we know that work and close deals. We can copy that campaign and put your budget on it. Those leads go directly to you, so you don't need to click to claim them and compete with the 4 other loan officers trying to claim that lead. And there's no lead split on this. So this is full self-gen comp. So what we can do is just put your budget on an ad campaign, send those leads directly to you with no lead split. Now, I like to talk about this example. One of our loan officers, Nicole, she came on board. First loan she ever closed as a loan officer was a $1,060,000 loan. It was denied at another lender. Jose helped her restructure it into a profit and loss statement loan. We were able to close that deal, her first loan ever as a loan officer. And it was from one of the lead campaigns that we provided, but it was from one of the ones that she purchased. So her first commission as a loan officer was $16,000. And she saved $8,000 by purchasing that lead herself, right? Keep in mind, there is no commission cap because when we are, the lender, when we are correspondent, we don't have a commission cap. When you are brokered, for those of you coming from the broker world, you probably know a lot of the times your commission is capped at $10,000, $12,000, $15,000, but she was able to make $16,000 on her commission. Because we have no commission cap and because she had purchased the lead herself. She used our expertise, our campaigns that we've proven out, but she put a budget on it to get it herself. So that's a great example there of when that worked out in her favor. Now, you can also import leads. So we give you your custom webhook here, and we give you the instructions to use Zapier to bring it into our system. So anywhere else you purchase leads from, maybe you use Zillow or Free Rate Update or wherever it is that you get leads from, you can use this webhook to bring them into our system instantly when you get it from them. So the second your lead comes in from Free Rate Update or wherever you're purchasing it, it goes into our system, sends you the text and the email so you can call them, quote them, gather their documents and their 1003, everything in our system, just like any other lead that we can give you. So every way possible there is to work leads, we provide you here in our system. Now, let's talk about the type of leads we get and why. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Nick here. Again, we have a marketing agency. That's actually how we got into the mortgage business in the first place. And Nick is kind of the lead expert. He's certified by Facebook as a digital marketing associate, certified by Facebook as a media planning professional, certified by Google as a Google ad search specialist, and has been doing digital marketing for the last 15 years. So I'm going to let Nick talk about the type of leads we get and why, and then Jose will talk about the support that we have here. So Nick, go ahead and take it away there.
All right. So anytime we do leads, we want to do something different, right, and unique. So for the last 4+ years when we've been doing this, we've been kind of taking the opposite approach, right? A lot of the other companies, the big box companies, have been doing, strictly advertising for refis to get as much volume as they could and reduce you guys, the LOs, comp as low as they could in order to increase their profits, right? They were high volume, low margin, and high advertising, right? It's hard to compete with those billions of dollars. So we want to do the exact opposite. For the last 4 years, we've been focusing mostly on what you guys know as non-QM, but basically we want to serve the underserved, right? So the borrowers who aren't getting targeted by the big box guys, the self-employed borrowers, the investors, the people that are in kind of the crypto space, right? The new age economy, the self-employed type of economy. So any of those types of people that are being underserved, that's who we want to serve. Obviously, we don't want to compete with the billions of dollars. We want to do something unique and special. So we target those customers that are being underserved. We advertise to them the products that are unique and solve their situations, right? So non-QM stuff. Typical example would be a bank statement loan, right? Somebody that gets denied at a big box retailer would see a bank statement ad and click it. That doesn't mean that the big box retailer did their analysis correctly, right? So we want to advertise to those customers. We want to give them a product that they hopefully solves their needs, a non-QM product typically, but then we're going to teach you guys how to properly analyze that income. And if they click a bank statement lead, they still might do a conventional loan if we analyze their income and, maybe their tax returns do work, or maybe they have something we can do for a workaround. But most importantly, we teach you guys how to do the non-QM programs if it doesn't work conventional. So we still do conventional loans, we still do VA, USDA, FHA, but what's important is that we have the outlet to solve those problems for those borrowers and teach you guys how to do that. So we're going to advertise to the customers who aren't being advertised. We're going to advertise the products that, basically solve those problems, teach you guys how to do those products and execute those products. And basically we do it all and seal the deal with the pricing. So no matter where the deal has to go, once you analyze the deal, you sit down with Jose if it's a tough deal, right? It might be you thought it was this and now it's going to be a fix and flip because the appraisal doesn't come in, with the conditions that we need, right? So now we have to find a fix and flip. Thankfully, we have that, right? So we have a home for every single loan, no matter what we have to do. So we want to make sure that we have basically the outlet for that loan at the right price. So we have a 2.75 margin. That's our pricing, whether we broker. Most of you guys in the broker world know 2.75 is typical margin there. And if we're correspondent, so no matter where you guys place the loan, you guys make the same, we make the same. What's important to us is the customer, right? We want to make sure the customer that came in that had a problem, we solved that problem and we did it no matter which channel we chose, right? We don't want to force them into one lender or the other, whatever fits that customer best. So that's our model. That's our advertising model. That's our business model. And that's kind of our mantra and what we want to do. That doesn't mean we don't do conventional loans. It just means that we like to solve problems. So Kyle always wants me to say that we do plenty of conventional loans. Most of your guys' friends and family are going to be conventional typically, but the ones where we like to solve problems, like Jose's example there that Kyle was explaining with the P&L loans, those are the types of things that set us apart and allow us to be unique and advertise and, really be special there. So does that cover it for you, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely. And just to go over too, again, he talked about bank statement loans as far as non-QM. We also do DSCR, which is actually our most common product, the debt service coverage ratio, which requires no income verification and no employment verification from the borrower. And then we have everything from asset utilization for nationals all the way to commercial, ground up, fix and flip, reverse, land. As Nick said, anything that's out there, we have to have an outlet for it. So we got pretty much everything under the sun. So now last thing we're going to do is kick it over to Jose here to talk about what he does here and the support that we provide. So go ahead there, Jose.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Very good segue here because I wanted to refer to what you were mentioning about the deal with Nicole and the profit and loss deal, right? Because this is a perfect example of how our support and training and resources will allow you to gain traction as soon as possible and be closing even the most difficult outside the box loans, right? This particular situation, she picked up a lead. It was on her paid for lead plan. So this is 100% hers, right? And this borrower had been denied. They tried to force the square peg through the round hole and do a full doc loan with tax returns in a situation that definitely was not possible. So after Nicole and I met for our customary structure meeting that we meet as soon as a deal is accepted, a quote is accepted, an application is submitted by a borrower, because it does happen, and could happen in the middle of the night. You wake up in the morning and you got 3 applications there ready to go, right? And what are you supposed to do then? Right there, the email prompts you to meet with your team leader, right? And in this case, I was her team leader. So we met for the structure meeting, realized that there was no way that was going to happen. She was trying to, on her own, do it with bank statements. She had that set up for the meeting. And after we reviewed the bank statements and realized that it was not going to work due to the inconsistency in the type of the deposits and the fact that the deposits could not be verified as business deposits, we went forth with the profit and loss option, went through the guidelines in detail, formulated a nice, concise action plan for her to go reach out to her borrower with. And the borrower, very good borrower, had a very good attorney that was very collaborative. And we were able to close that loan, $1,056,000 loan, and I think it was like a $1.45 million purchase. We closed that in 21 days. And let me not forget to state that there was also, we don't like this when it happens, but there was an appraisal transfer that had to be dealt with as well. Those in itself are very challenging. So she was able, again, with additional support from management, from our Zoom room, which we do have that Zoom room staffed with processors to help you out with logins, credentials, basic tech issues, basic stuff that doesn't entail a structure meeting. You go in and out quickly and resolve your need. So a lot of different support. And again, that assisted her also in being able to navigate the appraisal transfer waters, got that all done in 21 days. So we do have multiple levels of support. So it's like, I always like to ask, okay, you have the lead, now what? And in the mortgage calculator, there's a lot of push notifications that come at you, basically prodding you in the direction of the support that's there, ready, willing, and able for you. You just have to, go with the flow, so to speak, and you will have your file structured. Then you will have your file disclosed, because we also meet with you to approve your disclosure, whether we disclose it, should I say, in-house when we're non-delegated correspondent, and where we basically draw docs, disclose packages and all that kind of good stuff. That's the quickest turnaround and the one that's going to get you the most support, because then not only do you meet with us to disclose, but as soon as your file is disclosed, you're getting that email, hey, your file is disclosed. Please, here's the link to meet with the processing manager to go over the next steps, coordinate the effort on the file, see meeting of the minds to see who's going to handle what part of it. If there's any special circumstance on this field that you would need to discuss with the processor to assist you with, and then you're off to the races. Processor uploads and registers your file into the portal so that you can lock it in when ready. And then once intake is complete, it is submitted to our internal underwriting review. And if everything checks out there, you get hit with some conditions, you provide those conditions, and then our underwriting support team will then upload and submit your file for you. Pretty cool. But all of that happens on the non-delegated correspondent channel. We do have also obviously the broker channel for all of our options that are not possible in our non-delegated. So, and we still offer you support to meet, Zoom room, and all that kind of stuff. Just the extra support that I was talking about is for the non-delegated correspondent channel, where obviously we also have preferred pricing. So a lot of ways here for you to get going as an MLO, whether you choose to come on initially as a junior or whether you come on as a full MLO, and then after your 6 deals, you're a senior. And also plenty of growth opportunities here at the Mortgage Calculator. Also, we do have a very big team, and we are looking to hire team leaders, but we like to hire our team leaders from within. So once you're here and you become a senior and you excel, there's definitely opportunities to be a team leader and make some supervisory override for all the additional team leadership type stuff, file structure meetings that you're going to be doing with the team, which is essential to getting going here. So looking forward to all of you coming on board at the Mortgage Calculator. Great opportunity to make lots of money in an exciting way. We are not your cookie cutter organization here. All the loans that we do, especially when we're dealing with our investors, are really exciting type loans. It's not just doing the same agency 5% down type loans. We do that, but we do a lot of stuff, and it's really cool when that investor is so excited that you just turn them on to the great product that then they all of a sudden tell you, well, I got 4 more properties now that they saw that you passed the test, and they're giving you 5, 6 properties at a shot and connecting you to other people, which is what's so exciting about working with investors. So see you all aboard soon.
Perfect. Thank you. So yeah, tons of layers of support, as Jose said. And then of course, on top of it all is Jose himself, 27 years of experience as not only an MLO, but also a realtor. So plenty of layers of support here. And so with that being said, let's talk about the next steps. So, and then we'll get into questions. So the next step here is to go ahead and sign up for the plan that's applicable to you, whether you're coming on as a loan officer or a junior loan officer. And you are going to go ahead and fill out the form. And then it's going to take you to sign the compensation agreement right then. Now, you don't have to sign it right then. Feel free. It sends you an email. Take your time. You'll have an email with it as well. But once you do sign that initial agreement, that's what's going to kick off everything else. Then we're going to send you all of your official employment agreements. We're going to collect your ID documents. We're going to walk you through how to have us sponsor your license, all that kind of good stuff, right? So first step, sign up for the plan that's applicable to you, and then it will email you a copy of that agreement. Take your time, but when you do sign that initial agreement is what kicks off the rest of the process. So with that being said, we can go ahead and stop recording, Nick, and let's